Happy Monday evening, basketball fans. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Shuckman coming to you from downtown Quincy in the Refreshment Services Pepsi studio as we get set for Muddy Night Hoops powered by Farm and Home Supply. We're going to spend the next 90 minutes or so talking prep basketball. We've got a ton going on. We just had a regional quarterfinal game go down to the wire out in Liberty. We'll give you an update on that. We've got regional games taking place throughout our area. We've also have district play starting tonight in Missouri with Palmyra with a big win tonight over Mark Twain as one of those games happening tonight. We'll give you the lowdown on what's going on. We've got sectional play for girls basketball taking place, sectional semifinals on Tuesday night, and then the sectional championships will be played on Thursday. We've got Quincy Notre Dame and Central Southeastern, both still alive. Quincy High School kicks off its boys regional play on Wednesday night, as well as Quincy Notre Dame. We'll be talking to Quincy coach Andy Douglas later this hour on the Hess Auto Hotline. All of our Quincy High School and Quincy Notre Dame updates, again, brought to you by McCleary Law. We're going to be joined by Eric Orn, Quincy Notre Dame girls basketball coach, Central Southeastern coach Matt Long as well, both via the Hess Auto Hotline during the first hour as we break down what's happening with the girls sectional semifinals. Both teams will be playing on Tuesday night, Quincy Notre Dame at Chatham Glenwood and Central Southeastern at Waverly. So plenty to get to. It's going to be a really busy week. We're going to be all over the place bringing you coverage here, there, and everywhere as we break down what's going on in the postseason. Again, our postseason scoreboard is up and running on our website. You can look for updates of that every day. We'll continually update that as we go. And again, we're going to talk basketball, prep basketball, here for the next 90 minutes. So come back in 10 minutes when we kick off Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. welcome to another episode of Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Schuckman, coming to you from downtown Quincy in the Refreshment Services Pepsi studio. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tagging along on this journey of high school hoops that we've been on for the last 9 weeks. We'll be with you one more week, get you through the regionals and into sectionals and district semifinals or our sectional play in Missouri, and then we'll wrap up our season as far as our teams take us, is how it goes. So we are currently in the throes of postseason play. We've actually had some thrilling action tonight already this evening as regional play gets started for the Illinois boys. Missouri district play gets started tonight as well. Boys and girls going on simultaneously this week. Illinois girls are into sectional play. We've got 2 teams still alive in our area, and we're going to talk to both of those head coaches as the night wears on. So again, thanks for taking the time to join us. And we're looking forward to what's going to happen this week and beyond as our area teams try to navigate their way to the state tournament. A lot going on. We just wrapped up the Illinois Wrestling State Tournament this past weekend. We had 3 area individuals qualify there. All 3 of those wrestlers were knocked out in wrestlebacks. Unfortunately, none of them were able to make the podium, but fantastic effort by Quincy Notre Dame's Ryan Darnell, Illini West Sean Watkins Jr., and Pittsfield's Tucker Cook on their tremendous seasons of getting to the state tournament. All of them at least won at least one match at the state championships. So kudos to them. State wrestling in Missouri takes place this week. 6 Palmyra wrestlers, and I believe it's 8 Hannibal wrestlers are headed over there on the boys' side, and we have girls representing both Palmyra and Hannibal as well this week in in Columbia, at Mizzou Arena in Columbia. Those state championships begin on Wednesday with Class 1 and Class 2. Class 3 and Class 4 begin on Friday. And then we've got spring sports have begun already. So we've got college baseball, college softball, college lacrosse, all going on as we wrap up the college basketball season as well. And then we've got postseason basketball taking place on the prep hardwood, which is where we're at tonight. Again, boys regionals in Illinois began tonight. Missouri districts for boys began tonight as well. District play for Missouri girls begins tomorrow night. And then Illinois sectionals for girls continues tomorrow night. And we've got a cavalcade of games going on that we will try to get to. We'll get you updates on as the week goes on. Joining us tonight on our show, though, we will have Quincy Notre Dame girls coach Eric Orn and Central Southeastern coach Matt Long, both joining us on the Hess Auto Hotline. Both of their teams will play tomorrow night in the sectional semifinals. The Quincy Notre Dame girls will play in the Class 3A Chatham Glenwood sectional semifinal, and Central Southeastern will go to Waverly for the Class 2A sectional. We're going to break down both of those matchups with both of those coaches. Quincy High School boys basketball coach Andy Douglas will join us later in the hour. He's busy tonight doing some scouting, checking out some former assistant coaches who are now head coaches. He had a whole lot of things going on. So he and I pre-recorded an interview talking about the Blue Devils, the state-ranked Blue Devils, and top-seeded Blue Devils as they head into regional play on Wednesday night at Belleville West, where they will take on O'Fallon. You can catch that later this hour. And then top of the 9 o'clock hour, we might try to get Payson coach Tyler Dushinsky to join us. I'm going to reach out to him here shortly at our next commercial break and see what his possibility of jumping on with us at top of the 9 o'clock hour. The Payson Seymour Indians just wrapped up a 52-50 victory over Liberty at Liberty in the Class 1A regional quarterfinals. That one literally came down to the wire. It was a tie ball game with 50 seconds left. Blake Schwartz made the go-ahead basket. And then Liberty's Reed Sparrow missed a pair of three-pointers there in the final, I believe 30 seconds. So that game came literally down to the wire. We have also seen Brown County advance tonight. Brown County beat Triopia 67-47 in another Class 1A regional quarterfinal. We got a bunch of games going on right now. We'll try to get you some updates as the night goes on. Illini West in Class 2A will head to the Pittsfield Regional on Wednesday night after beating Pittsfield in a quarterfinal matchup tonight. That game was played in Carthage. So instead of the Saukeys going home to defend their home floor. Illini West will head there, and they will take on the top-seeded team there in Williamsville. We also have Quincy Notre Dame taking on Petersburg Porta at the Pittsfield Regional on Wednesday night. So again, we're going to try to keep you updated as the night goes on. We have a lot going on tonight. It's crazy how the first night of regionals we have so many games being played, but we do. And I know like Winchester West Central already picked up a victory, the defending Class 1A state champions. They ended up having to play tonight just because of the number of teams in their regional. So they ended up getting a win tonight. And I know we have Griggsville Perry and Pleasant Hill still playing tonight. And again, we've got games going on all over the place. We're going to see if we can get you some updates as we move forward. Again, Quincy High School begins on Wednesday night at Belleville West against O'Fallon, a team that has already played this year. And then we have all of our other teams. West Hancock, state-ranked West Hancock, goes to the Pleasant Plains Regional. That will be on Wednesday night. West Hancock will take on Athens, which already won tonight as well. And that sets up a matchup, potential regional championship rematch with Pleasant Plains. Those two met in the postseason last year. Plains got the better of West Hancock. Could it change this year? Who knows? We will see. It's a great time of year, though. It's a great time for high school basketball fans who really want to dig in and watch some really good basketball. And like I said, there was a kudos to our friends at Central Illinois Sports who brought us a couple of games tonight on their YouTube channel with their live stream, including the game at Payson, where Payson beat Liberty 52-50. That place was packed. Liberty filled the gym for that game. You could feel the intensity even on the live stream, which was really cool. And again, that's one of the great, for as horrible and as terrible as the COVID pandemic was, if you look back on it, because of the situation coming out of the pandemic where fans weren't allowed to be in the gym, and I believe it was a limit of 25 fans per team. I think so 50 total people allowed in the gym for games. Coming, in that shortened season, that 15-game shortened season coming off the COVID pandemic. And that's when the live stream really kicked in. I know people were already watching games online and paying attention to games online, have been listening to games on the radio for years. But because of the COVID pandemic, people weren't allowed to go to the gym. So they watched the live stream because they were allowed to set up live streams, and media members were allowed to be in the gym masked up and all of that throughout that situation. And now it's everywhere. And now if you can't get to a game, the first thing you ask, who's carrying it on a live stream? It has totally changed the game. I know there's people out there that want to see more games live streamed, want to see, instead of just the camera that live streams them, kind of the way the NFHS does with the NFHS network, where you don't have to have play-by-play or anything. You've got schools starting their own networks. You've got the guys at Central Illinois Sports who broadcast. I think it's 150 games a year throughout basketball season. They're somewhere every single night of the week. They brought you 2 games tonight. They just do a fantastic job. It's really fun to see, and it's great for just the everyday basketball fan who wants to catch a game or just wants to keep track of what's going on, or wants to sit at home and go, okay, if I go to this game, I'm going to miss this game and this game, so I'm going to sit here and watch them all. Basketball fans get spoiled in that sense. So kudos to everybody out there live streaming. Kudos to the people who are doing it right. Really, really enjoying it. It's changed the way we do our jobs. It's changed the way everybody covers the games, and our ability to get to more games, write about more games, bring you updates of more games. So kudos to all that. Looking forward to that as the week goes on, because we will take advantage of the live streams to give you better updates, more than just a score, more than just a couple conversation with coaches. We want to give you kind of the ins and outs as best we can, and that helps us do our job. And there is a lot going on this week. We, like I said, Tuesday night is girls' night, sectional semifinals taking place. Thursday night we'll have the sectional championships for those teams if they advance. And then boys are on Wednesday and Friday this week in Illinois and in Missouri. So you'll have regional and district semifinals on Wednesday. championship games on Friday. The Missouri girls will have their district semifinals on Thursday, their championship games on Saturday. And we will also have, just as a quick side note, Quincy University will have its final home games of the basketball season on Saturday against Indianapolis. The women's team is headed to the GLVC tournament and likely headed to an NCAA tournament bid. Having won 15 games in a row, that streak was snapped on Saturday, but they're sitting there with a 21-6 record, or 21-5 record, excuse me, and just rolling, just doing great things that haven't been done here in almost a full decade. So kudos to the Hawks on that front. And again, you can get out and watch them at home for the final time Saturday against Indianapolis. But a lot of high school basketball to get to. With that said, we are going to take a break. When we come back on the flip side of the commercial break, Eric Orn, Quincy Notre Dame girls basketball coach, will join us to talk about their Class 3A Chatham-Glenwood sectional semifinal matchup. So stick around. This is Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
Why are you dressed like that?
It's Farm and Home Supply, right?
When we get in there, you're going to feel like an idiot.
See?
See?
They have everything.
No other place has it all, for farmers and everyone else too, like Farm and Home Supply.
Grab me one too.
So what separates us most from all the other dealerships is the Toyota brand itself.
Once they buy a Toyota, they never buy anything else. Number one vehicle on the market, the best sedan on the market, some of the best reliable trucks on the market. And our main goal here is to try and get our customers the best payment possible.
We know the process and we pass that along to you.
We're simply looking to buy vehicles off the street.
And we want all makes and models of vehicles.
And you don't even have to buy anything in return. We'll just simply purchase it from you.
We can purchase a vehicle in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Hi, I'm Rory O'Donnell with the O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home. As a Quincy University alum, I understand the impact a local business has on area athletics. That is why the O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home takes pride in supporting local athletic teams. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this season. The O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home of Quincy, supporting local athletics for 5 generations.
Kitchen and Bath Gallery of Quincy. Trained craftsmen and expert contractors with friendly professional service. Our design team helps with every step of the process, guiding you from a vision to reality with uncompromised service. Trust your home to the local experts. Get a free quote today. From concept to creation, Kitchen and Bath create remarkable spaces and innovative builds. Kitchen and Bath Gallery, your home reimagined.
Welcome back to Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Shuckman, coming to you from downtown Quincy in the Refreshment Services Pepsi studio. We are going to be going to the Hess Auto Hotline to join Quincy Notre Dame coach Eric Gordon here in a minute. We're working out some technical difficulties to make sure this is going to work. So we'll get to that here momentarily. The Raiders will be taking on Decatur MacArthur on Tuesday night in the Class 3A Chatham-Glenwood sectional. As we get set to dive into sectional play, the Raiders coming off a regional championship victory at the Jacksonville Bowl, one of the best places around. And
try it again, Matt.
We're going to head to the Hess Auto Hotline. I think Coach Eric Orn is joining us now. Coach, you there?
Sir,
we are still having.
Still got that bad problem.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a break to see if we can work out our technical issues. We're gonna go to a commercial for just a moment. We'll come back. We're gonna get this straightened out. I promise you. So stick around. This is Monday Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
Muddy Night Hoops is also brought to you by Town & Country Inn and Nationwide Transportation.
When you're shopping at the grocery store, do you ever wonder where your beef comes from? Here at Jersey's, we do not. We know all of our beef comes directly from GJY Beef Company in Brown County. We know that these cattle are born and raised right here in our own backyard. So next time that you're looking for a juicy burger, ribeye sandwich, or mouth-watering steak, look no further than GJY Beef Company and Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Cam Point, Illinois.
Tri-City Sports Screen Printing has everything you need to show off your school spirit and rep your team, or rep your business. We work closely with every customer to ensure each design looks great and is ready on time. Whether it's on the field, court, or in the office, let Tri-City Sports outfit your team this season. Visit us online at tricitysports.com or stop by our location at 535 Main Street, Quincy.
Kitchen and Bath Gallery of Quincy. Trained craftsmen and expert contractors with friendly professional service. Our design team helps with every step of the process, guiding you from a vision to reality with uncompromised service. Trust your home to the local experts. Get a free quote today. From concept to creation, Kitchen and Bath create remarkable spaces and innovative builds. Kitchen and Bath Gallery, your home reimagined.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table. This is Michael Libman, financial professional with the Prudential Insurance Company of America in Quincy. I still make house calls even with the internet and email. I feel it's important to really get to know you and your family's needs. Otherwise, how will I know what direction you need to take? Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
Michael Libman, financial professional. Call Michael today, 640-5446. He makes house calls.
We believe that accessing care close to home is better for you and better for your family. For 120 years, Hannibal Regional has been committed to providing community-based, contemporary health care. From state-of-the-art surgical care to innovative cancer care, and now life-saving open-heart surgery. We are dedicated to expanding access to exceptional care in each of the communities we serve. Hannibal Regional, why go anywhere else?
Looking for a new hangout or a place to eat? Gabe welcomes you to the Silver Dollar. Delicious menu options, daily lunch and drink specials, and 6 gambling machines. Come hang out on the patio with friends at the Silver Dollar, 7403 Broadway. Gaming and grill up on the hill. Silver Dollar.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
Welcome back to Monday Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. I think the Gremlins were mad because the end of basketball season is nearing, but we found the Gremlin, we eliminated him, and now we can go back to the Hess Auto Hotline and talk to an Eric Orn who we can actually hear this time. Coach, how are you?
Doing well, Matt. Doing real well.
See, it's those darn Gremlins, and you've been able to avoid the Gremlins through regional play, haven't you?
Well, so far so good, but yeah, we've got a tough assignment tomorrow night in Chatham with Decatur MacArthur.
Going on, you take on Decatur MacArthur, the second game of the two semifinals in the Class 3A sectional on Tuesday night. What do you know about MacArthur that's going to cause you guys a challenge?
Well, I'm glad I made the 3-hour trip over to Decatur on Friday night just to see them. They like to play chaotic and just create chaos with the other team. So that's something we prepared for Saturday and obviously today. Yep. I thought our JV kids did a really good job, and our scout team did a really good job of just trying to create a kind of a messy situation on the basketball court where we've got to be controlled and run our system and understand we got to get to the rim hard and expect a lot of physicality tomorrow night.
When you say a chaotic style, is it speed? Is it tempo? Is it physicality? Or is it all of it?
I think it's a lot of it's all of it. They just really trying to change everything you do. They press hard. They chase the ball and rebounds extremely hard, and they're very physical. Sage Stratton's got a tough assignment tomorrow with her point guard. She's like a running back, and I say that in a good style because she loves to get downhill. Okay. She's very powerful, and they can shoot it. They've gotten a couple girls that can shoot some threes. They've got number 10 that can just slice through you. We're going to have a tough assignment. We've got to play really good team defense tomorrow and rebound strong tomorrow to get ourselves some separation.
When you look at a team that likes to get downhill, what's the key to defending that?
I think everybody's just going to be on the same page. We've got some good systems with our defense this year, which has really led to a lot of our victories. If we can kind of keep them occupied and force a lot of tough shots, I think we're in good shape. But after we force those tough shots, we got to be able to rebound because, like I said, they shoot it and they chase it. So that's going to be one thing we're going to have to watch because I think normally on their stats, they're scoring 55% of their points off of rebounds. So we've got to box out tomorrow, and we still got to attack. So we got to do our things, but it's going to be a unique game, and I think our kids, after 2 days of prep, are ready for it.
Your guards have done a pretty good job of rebounding this year, of going and getting the ball. How important is that it's not just on Pieper or on Hummel or any of your other front court players, that your guards will go get the basketball?
That's incredibly important, and that's why that aggressive style of, after you make a good defensive stop of grabbing the ball and grabbing it, I say it makes it important. You don't try to dribble it, try to grab it and control it. Those are things that are going to be important the rest of the postseason. As every good coach knows, it's been through the limelight of this is every possession matters. I mean, you're trying to do everything good. And, last year, we lost on a couple bad possessions late in the game against Chatham. And now we have an opportunity to redeem ourselves because we're back in the sectional. And, it's a tough assignment. But, again, I think our girls are up for the challenge.
We're talking with Quincy Notre Dame coach Eric Orn here on the Hess Auto Hotline. The Raiders take on Decatur MacArthur at 7:30 on Tuesday night in the Class 3A Chatham Glenwood sectional. How much will your experience help, knowing that your kids have been through, some of them have been to a state tournament, some of them have been into the sectionals. How much will that help?
I think it's a real big deal. I think it's something you have to get through because I think we battled through our grinder game last Thursday with Springfield High when we kind of had a big lead and then things kind of fell apart and our maturity had to step up. But I also think a lot of it's who we play each and every year. I look at picking up, Centralia late in the year when we went down to Harrisburg to play them, the long trip to Breeze Central where we had a tough outing there. And those losses, especially like with Alton, they tune you into what you have to do to be successful. And we look at those 3 losses as something that made us better. But at the same time, we know we got to go out and play Lady Raider basketball. We just got to be us tomorrow. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Well, you and I talked before last week's regional championship that you knew Springfield was going to kind of muck it up at times and be a physical presence, and that was going to be a grind.
Yeah, it was because Coach Scheffler, who's won over 500 games at Springfield High, and we've had many battles back in the Jordan Ferks era with those good Springfield teams. He knew us. He knew what we were going to do, and his kids are relentless. They're never going to give up. And when we went into a kind of a little bit of our lull, when we missed some layups, had some bad turnovers there in the fourth quarter, they were jumping all over us and succeeding at that. But that's what good coaches do. They see that after that. But we were lucky enough that we kind of won the game in the third quarter that we were able to hold on.
What was your message today at the end of practice?
Like I said earlier, it's you're prepared, be us. Like I said, I think our maturity, like you said, we've been to the state finals. A lot of kids have a lot of experience on our team. We've got some, we got some bench play this year. Sierra Thomas has made a huge difference. Ellie Bozart comes off and she can lock somebody up if we feel like they're hot. So those are two big things I think that really help us out. We just got to, like I said, it's a game of just possessions and making the best out of it.
How much as a coach do you enjoy watching the growth just within a season of certain players? Like we knew what was to be expected of Sage and Aerie and Pieper and the starters, but I've watched Ellie Bozart and I think she's gotten more confident. Her game's grown from day one to now, not just in the offseason, but through the season. How much fun is that as a coach to see that happen?
Well, she bought into her role, and that's the culture of our team is you got to buy into your role. Sometimes it's not an easy sell. I think coming off the bench, you've got to have a lot of sacrifices. You got to understand that. Obviously we've had big spurts out of Jenna Durst this year. Sierra Thomas is probably one of the most athletic kids in our girls in our school. And then we get good minutes for Marie. We're deeper this year. Those things like you're talking about with Ellie Bozart, when she can run out there and just give you a lot of energy like she did in the Pittsfield game, which we had our backs against the wall against, Reese Ramsey and where she was going. But those things really propel us to the next level and why we're sitting here talking tonight about our next opponent.
Well, maybe next Monday night we'll be talking about a super sectional.
That'd be great. But like you said, we're taking it one game at a time.
Understood. Hey, Coach, really appreciate you being patient as we work through the technical difficulties and for joining us tonight.
Always great to talk to you, Matt. Have a great show, and we'll hopefully talk to you again next week.
Sounds great. Good luck tomorrow night.
All right, thank you.
That was Quincy Notre Dame girls basketball coach Eric Orn joining us on the Hess Auto Hotline for your McCleary Law Quincy Notre Dame update. The Raiders will take on Decatur MacArthur 7:30 Tuesday night in the Class 3A Chatham-Glenwood sectional semifinals. Again, that's going to be a chore. Glenwood coming in with a 24-6 record, continuing to play well. The other game in that sectional is Muhammad Seymour against Rochester. Rochester was able to upend Taylorville. Rochester, the number 7 seed in its subsectional, so winning a regional title and getting to the sectional. It'd be a whale of a game if you get Muhammad Seymour against Quincy Notre Dame on Thursday night in the sectional championship. That would be both of your number 1 seeds in the 2 subsectionals going head-to-head, if that were to be the case. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. We will have complete coverage from Chatham-Glenwood of Quincy Notre Dame's game. We will be there in person. So make sure you check out MuddyRiverSports.com for photos, stories, and who knows what else. We'll see what happens. Right now, though, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the other team playing in a sectional semifinal tonight, as Central Southeastern girls basketball coach Matt Long will join us on the Hess Auto Hotline. So stick around. This is Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
If you've been in a motor vehicle accident, contact McCleary Law.
There was nowhere to go. We were on a bridge.
All of a sudden, a guy started going over in our lane and hit us head on.
I couldn't even breathe. It was just unbelievable that it even happened.
We needed to get a hold of an attorney, and our first thoughts was to get a hold of Dan McCleary. Everything's pretty easy when you deal with Dan.
He got us way more than we expected to get.
We don't charge anything until we win your case. Call McCleary Law.
Why are you dressed like that?
It's Farm and Home Supply, right?
When we get in there, you're going to feel like an idiot.
See?
See?
They have everything.
No other place has it all. For farmers and everyone else too, like Farm and Home Supply.
We believe that accessing care close to home is better for you and better for your family. For 120 years, Hannibal Regional has been committed to providing community-based, contemporary health care. From state-of-the-art surgical care to innovative cancer care, and now life-saving open-heart surgery. We are dedicated to expanding access to exceptional care in each of the communities we serve. Hannibal Regional, why go anywhere else?
Muddy Night Hoops is also brought to you by Town & Country Inn, and Nationwide Transportation.
Looking for a new hangout or a place to eat? Gabe welcomes you to the Silver Dollar. Delicious menu options, daily lunch and drink specials, and 6 gambling machines. Come hang out on the patio with friends at the Silver Dollar, 7403 Broadway. Gaming and grill up on the hill. Silver Dollar.
Hey, grab me one too.
So what separates us most from all the other dealerships is the Toyota brand itself.
Once they buy a Toyota, they never buy anything else. #1 vehicle on the market, the best sedan on the market, some of the best reliable trucks on the market. And our main goal here is to try and get our customers the best payment possible.
We know the process and we pass that along to you.
We're simply looking to buy vehicles off the street.
And we want all makes and models of vehicles.
And you don't even have to buy anything in return. We'll just simply purchase it from you.
We can purchase a vehicle in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
Looking for a new hangout or a place to eat? Gabe welcomes you to the Silver Dollar. Delicious menu options, daily lunch and drink specials, and 6 gambling machines. Come hang out on the patio with friends at the Silver Dollar, 7403 Broadway. Gaming and grill up on the hill. Silver Dollar.
Welcome back to Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Shuckman, coming to you from downtown Quincy in the Refreshment Services Pepsi studio. We are talking prep hoops, and it's postseason time. We are talking regionals, sectionals, districts, all kinds of things going on. But right now we are going to focus on the Class 2A girls sectional taking place at Waverly this week, and we're going to head to the Hess Auto Hotline and be joined by Central Southeastern girls basketball coach Matt Long. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good tonight. How are you, Shuck?
I'm dandy. Okay, so it was a beautiful day outside. It has been the last couple days. Does that have you more anxious to garden, fish, or coach basketball?
Well, it's got me more anxious to coach basketball tomorrow night, but I have to admit to you, I did think about the crappie biting here in a couple of weeks if it stays like this.
I figured you would be. Now, you and I talked about this last year, and we never got it done. This year, we have to do Shuck on a Truck while fishing.
Yeah, that sounds great to me. I mean, that'd be doing two things I enjoy doing, talking basketball and fishing all at the same time.
That would be a blast. I would enjoy that. We can always talk basketball, can't we?
Oh, yeah.
You guys got a fun one coming up tomorrow night in Waverly, taking on Staunton in the sectional semifinals. Tell me, what do you know about Staunton?
It's the third straight year we've played them, and 3 years ago they started a bunch of sophomores, and they're seniors this year, like the nucleus of our team, and they're a dangerous team. I mean, they've gotten a lot better since last year, and they're going to pose some major problems for us if we don't go ready to play.
Is there one thing that stands out that you have to do well against a team like that?
We have to defend. I mean, they're they're quicker than us at about every spot. And all 5 of their kids can put the ball on the floor and go off the dribble, and all 5 of them can shoot the 3. So it's going to come down to whether we do the small things right on the defensive end, we can contain them and keep them sealed up and contest their 3s.
You guys had a grinder of a game in the regional championship. Will that help you moving forward?
Well, I think so. I think anytime, we always tell the kids there's different types of battles, And I think I made comment, some of the battles are elementary little spats on the court and, on the playground. And Friday night was a war. And Porter's always given us issues. They always have a good game plan against us. And, I think anytime you make a deep postseason run, you have to get lucky and survive a game like that somewhere along the way.
And you were able to survive because your experience showed. A couple of your seniors stepped up, especially Carly Peters there in that third quarter, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. I mean, Waverly concentrated a lot on Lauren and taking her away, and they did a good job of taking her away, and we thought they might try to, but, you don't always have the answers, but the bottom line is when people come out and they play the boxing ones and things like that on you, you have to have your other players step up and take care of the load. And at halftime, Carly decided she was going to be a difference maker and came out in the third quarter and just put us on her back.
She's one of those who's adapted to whatever role you need her to be on any given night. But that's kind of been the case with all of your players. Whatever their role is, they're going to accept their role. How vital is that those kids are accepting their roles?
Oh, I think that's huge. They know the number one priority is success and to win ball games. And, like I said, it helps that you got a mature group of athletes and they understand that. They're willing to, maybe step aside at certain moments during a big game or to make some adjustments, to help us, ultimately get what our goal is, and that's get out with a victory.
We're talking with Matt Long, Central Southeastern girls basketball coach, on the Hess Auto Hotline. The Panthers will take on Staunton at 6 o'clock Tuesday night at Waverly in the Waverly sectional. That gym is a unique gym because it's pretty tight, and it can get really loud and really hot in there. Do you enjoy those kind of environments?
Yeah, I think, and we talked about that. We played there 3 years ago in a sectional or back in our first runs in 16, 17. And we've told the kids it's a great gym. The first time we went in there, they took us down these steps and walked us in the locker room. And it was an old locker room. The pipes were leaking. I was like, perfect, this is us. Yeah. And, the kids like that. And, and it's just, I like those old nostalgic gyms. Everyone says, what are we doing going to Waverly? I'm like, where else would you want to go? Yeah. We love playing in places like that.
It takes you back to the good old days, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I talked about to the kids the other day about gyms I played in when I was in school that haven't been played in for 20 years. They were fired up because I told them before the Pleasant Hill game got canceled due to weather and stuff, and we couldn't get it made up. I'm like, every kid deserves to play in Pleasant Hills gym once because someday that gym's not going to be there.
You're absolutely right. Do you have a favorite gym?
Yeah. Central.
I was going to say the North Gym at Central, right?
Yeah. We're kind of fond of that place.
I understand that. Do you have a place though that you do enjoy going and playing in?
Yeah, Notre Dame. QND.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of teams and a lot of people, they look at it as a negative having to go in there and play. We're thankful to have an environment like that away because I think it prepares your kids for postseason and big games. And, when you go in there, you just, you don't know what type of environment it's going to be. And I think that's healthy to take your kids in those places and, let them experience that so you get ready for a Waverly. Sectional.
And that's where, especially your young kids, your Lauren Millers, your Carly Peters have been through some of those battles, but then you're throwing Lexi Niekamp and some of your younger players into those battles for the first time this year, and they're growing up as the years going on, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. And we played a real tough schedule. I looked at today, 15 of the teams we've played this year have been state ranked. 14 of them have won regionals, so I think we've prepared them. Matter of fact, I just told Lexi today, after practice, you're going to figure out tomorrow night why I've been so hard on you this year, and it's to prepare you for the moment tomorrow night.
Yep.
And I think she's going to come out and have a huge game.
What was your last message to them at the end of practice today?
Be who we are, but we have to be a really good who we are tomorrow night to survive.
Well, it should be fun. 6 o'clock against Staunton. And again, the second game tomorrow night, the 7:30 matchup, Carlinville against Pleasant Plains. You got the top four seeds in the subsectional all converging at the sectional. It should be one heck of a sectional.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think, I think you'd have to favor Plains pretty heavy tomorrow night in that first game. I think they're just a dynamite team, and they're really, really good, and they run their system really well. So I would expect them to be successful tomorrow night. Then hopefully we can come out and, get a third straight year rematch with them.
Should be a lot of fun. I will be there tomorrow night, so I look forward to seeing you over there.
Okay. Thank you, Chuck. We appreciate you.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tomorrow night.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Bye.
That was Central Southeastern coach Matt Long joining us on the Hess Auto Hotline. Panthers again taking on Staunton at 6 o'clock Tuesday night in the Waverly sectional semifinals. Again, he's got one heck of a team and a great senior group. You may hear a little more about one of those seniors later on here in another half an hour or so when we get to the Starry Star of the Week. Just maybe. So, again, two teams playing in the sectionals on Tuesday night, Central Southeastern in the Class 2A Waverly sectional, Quincy Notre Dame in the Class 3A Chatham Glenwood sectional. We will have complete coverage of both games at muddyriversports.com, so make sure you check that out. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to hit the Hess Auto Hotline once again, this time with Andy Douglas of Quincy High School as the Blue Devils prepare to kickstart their postseason on Wednesday night. So stick around. This is Monday Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
At 3D Windows and Siding, we don't have the huge overhead of a showroom, and that means we pass the savings on to you. Instead, we bring the showroom to you, offering a personalized experience right at your doorstep. With high-quality products at affordable prices, you get the best value without compromising on quality or service. We take pride in using some of the best products on the market, all backed by lifetime warranties. Our communication from start to finish leaves you with a smooth and hassle-free experience. Call 3D Windows and Siding today for your free consultation.
So what separates us most from all the other dealerships is the Toyota brand itself.
Once they buy a Toyota, they never buy anything else. #1 vehicle on the market, the best sedan on the market, some of the best reliable trucks on the market. And our main goal here is to try and get our customers the best payment possible.
We know the process and we pass that along to you.
We're simply looking to buy vehicles off the street.
And we want all makes and models of vehicles.
And you don't even have to buy anything in return. We'll just simply purchase it from you.
We can purchase a vehicle in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
Hey, grab me one too.
Hi, I'm Rory O'Donnell with the O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home. As a Quincy University alum, I understand the impact a local business has on area athletics. That is why the O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home takes pride in supporting local athletic teams. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this season. The O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home of Quincy, supporting local athletics for 5 generations.
Looking for a new hangout or a place to eat? Gabe welcomes you to the Silver Dollar. Delicious menu options, daily lunch and drink specials, and 6 gambling machines. Come hang out on the patio with friends at the Silver Dollar, 7403 Broadway. Gaming and grill up on the hill. Silver Dollar.
Why are you dressed like that?
It's Farm and Home Supply, right?
When we get in there, you're going to feel like an idiot.
See?
See?
They have everything.
No other place has it all. For farmers and everyone else too, like Farm and Home Supply.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Welcome back to Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Schuckman, and joining me on the Hess Auto Hotline, Quincy High School boys basketball coach Andy Douglas. Coach, how are you?
Doing great, my man. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Postseason is here. Can you believe we're already into postseason?
No, man, it's nuts. It really is. You know, I think up until Christmas, you know, it goes slow through Christmas. January kind of goes slow, but as soon as you get into that late part, it just feels like the months just fly by, and it definitely has for us.
It really has, but it's been a fun regular season, a fun for your guys, fun to be around your guys too, hasn't it?
Man, it's a blast. Those guys, it's a really good group of kids. They're funny when they need to be, sometimes a little too much, but funny when they need to be, and can turn it off real quick and get competitive on you. So no, I love this group, and it's been a blessing to be able to share the season with them.
Well, it's easy, I think, for people to look at it and go, yeah, you look at your record, it's been a fun year. But it's the stuff away from the games. It's the locker room, it's the road trips, that makes this group special, not just the wins.
No, there's no doubt about it. I think coaches, they'll know this, and some players that have played before have been either on one side or the other, but I mean, there's players that really look forward to practicing, and then there's players that just can't wait to get it, finished up and over with. And this group loves to practice. I mean, if I ask them to come in, later tonight after we already just had a 2-hour practice, they'd be in at the drop of a hat. So it's a really fun group to be around. A lot of different personalities, but what's really great about them is how they behave, how they act off the floor. We've been able to get into a couple elementary schools and have heard nothing but good things about them too. So it's a pretty special group.
I think one of the other things that jumps out at me about this group is they're all going to college.
Yeah.
I know most of them are playing basketball, not every single one of them, but they're all going to college.
Basketball or football, and if for the majority of them, and it's pretty those that aren't, they're getting scholarship money as well, just for academics. So
right.
It's I keep using the word special. It's a special group in a lot of ways, but to be able to see these guys, whether it's for football, basketball, academics, to see these guys be able to accomplish a goal, to reach a goal that they've had has been pretty neat to be a part of.
The most recent one to announce was Keyshawn Thomas, who has announced he's committed to Drury. How good a fit is that for him?
It's going to be a great fit for him. I think, you look and he's been amazed with their facilities, but, their facilities are phenomenal. I think it's a place he's going to be able to grow. Coach Brown and Bonas Obert and we were talking about him the other day, and, I think he went into dunk in between drills that we were doing and barely got up above the rim, and we kind of all had shared the same sentiment, man. Watch this kid at the next level once he gets that training in and grows into himself a little more. He's going to be a real treat to watch.
Well, look at how far he's come from the freshman we saw until the senior, just in physical transformation. I mean, he's a man
absolutely
now.
No, he really is, and he loves the challenge. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're his height at 6'6" or 6'10". I mean, he's going at you the same way. And, whether it's on the perimeter, some inside, I mean, he passes the ball really well. But, I mean, you look at how he has developed physically, people see. But mentally, I've been so impressed with him, man. He's a kid that you can get on at any point, and he wants it. He wants to get better. He wants to be coached hard, and he's made a lot of progress for sure.
We're talking with Andy Douglas, Quincy High School boys basketball coach, on the Hess Auto Hotline. Regional play begins, Class 4A regional at Belleville West on Wednesday night against O'Fallon. How prepared are your guys to start this second season?
We were just talking today, man. It's like, some people ask, and I know that they probably get it as well in one way or the other, but, are you nervous about, playing the next, and it's like, man, you might have butterflies, but you have butterflies every game you play.
Right.
But the preparation that these guys have had, the work that they've put themselves in and through, the game preparation that we've had, for the last 4 years with them, when you have all that kind of aligned, you feel good. You feel good about it, and you should. They put a lot of work in, and we're really looking forward. That's the one thing with this group, though. we can talk if you want about, looking far ahead, but from me to the team and the team to each other, we're not mentioning any other game except the game that's right in front of us, because that's the one that we want to be our best in. So we've taken a little different approach to it, but this group is ready to go.
Does the loss to Rock Island in the final regular season game create a little bit of a chip on her shoulder? Because I know how important it was to those guys to try to go undefeated in Western Big Six Conference play. Didn't happen. Does it give them a little chip on their shoulder as they go into postseason?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, most of the time you tell your guys you want to enter in the postseason playing your best basketball. Well, sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But what can you gain from that loss? And that's something that this group and really the last 4 years of this group that we've had, that's something that they've all done is they've really been able to look at losses and step backs and try to figure out ways to improve. And this group is no different. I mean, we lose that game and come back the next day. We didn't talk about the Rocky game. We didn't watch film on it. We shifted gears towards O'Fallon.
Right.
And guys were mentally ready to go for it. I think one way or the other, it's either going to, you're either going to win that game and it has a good potential to, kind of kickstart that run. The momentum kind of keeps going, or in our case, it lit that fire. It burns, it burns a little bit having that loss, and they know what it feels like having that loss. And we're going to do anything and everything we can to prevent that, next game.
You've seen O'Fallon this year. You know what you're up against. What about the Panthers do you have to be prepared for?
Well, they're athletic. They're guys that are capable of getting hot. We really got to take the will out of them in the first, 3-4 minutes of the game. Coach Brown has talked a lot about that with just our defense. Put the offense aside.
Yeah.
What can we do defensively to suffocate them offensively into playing into what the style that we want to play and the tempo we want to play at? And it's going to be important against O'Fallon. I mean, it's a team that if you let them play around, they can play around a little bit. But we want to be able to put the foot down and take away that will from the start.
And then we'll talk about what lies ahead on Friday night after you get through Wednesday. How's that sound?
Absolutely, man. I'm all about that.
one at a time, right?
One at a time, man. That's how it has to be. I mean, for us, for coaches, for adults, we know how to handle these situations. We've been in this for years. We can kind of, scout and look for things with future next opponents, which we're doing.
Right.
But mentally for our group, we got to stay right in the moment. And the moment isn't Belleville East or Belleville West. It isn't Edwardsville, Alton, or anybody else. The moment is right now for O'Fallon.
Yep.
And if we can put our best foot forward, I like our chances against anybody.
Well said. Wednesday night at Belleville West, Quincy High School versus O'Fallon in the Class 4A regional opener. Good luck, and appreciate you taking time to join us.
Man, always good to talk to you, my man. Appreciate you.
You got it, brother. That was Coach Andy Douglas talking about the Quincy High School boys basketball team here on the Hess Auto Hotline. We will be back to talk more regional and sectional play after this break. Stick around. This is Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
If you've been in a motor vehicle accident, contact McCleary Law.
There was nowhere to go. We were on a bridge.
All of a sudden, a guy started going over in our lane and hit us head on.
I couldn't even breathe. It was just unbelievable that it even happened.
We needed to get a hold of an attorney, and our first thoughts was to get a hold of Dan McCleary. Everything's pretty easy when you deal with Dan.
He got us way more than we expected to get.
We don't charge anything until we win your case. Call McCleary Law.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table. This is Michael Libman, financial and professional with the Prudential Insurance Company of America in Quincy. I still make house calls even with the internet and email. I feel it's important to really get to know you and your family's needs. Otherwise, how will I know what direction you need to take? Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
Michael Libman, financial professional. Call Michael today, 640-5446. He makes house calls.
When you're shopping at the grocery store, do you ever wonder where your beef comes from? Here at Jersey's, we do not. We know all of our beef comes directly from GJY Beef Company in Brown County. We know that these cattle are born and raised right here in our own backyard. So next time that you're looking for a juicy burger, ribeye sandwich, or mouth-watering steak, look no further than GJY Beef Company and Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Cam Point, Illinois.
Tri-City Sports Screen Printing has everything you need to show off your school spirit and rep your team, or rep your business. We work closely with every customer to ensure each design looks great and is ready on time. Whether it's on the field, court, or in the office, let Tri-City Sports outfit your team this season. Visit us online at tricitysports.com or stop by our location at 535 Main Street, Quincy.
Why are you dressed like that?
It's Farm and Home Supply, right?
When we get in there, you're going to feel like an idiot.
See?
See?
They have everything.
No other place has it all. For farmers and everyone else too, like Farm and Home Supply.
At 3D Windows and Siding, we don't have the huge overhead of a showroom, and that means we pass the savings on to you. Instead, we bring the showroom to you, offering a personalized experience right at your doorstep. With high-quality products at affordable prices, you get the best value without compromising on quality or service. We take pride in using some of the best products on the market, all backed by lifetime warranties. Our communication from start to finish leaves you with a smooth and hassle-free experience. Call 3D Windows and Siding today for your free consultation.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
Welcome back to Monday Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Shuckman, coming to you from downtown Quincy in the Refreshment Services Pepsi studio. And we're going to head straight to the Hess Auto Hotline because we were able to get in touch with a coach who just won his regional opener, and that's Payson Seymour boys basketball coach Tyler Dushinsky. Coach, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I bet you're good. 52-50 victory over Liberty in the Class 1A regional quarterfinals. And that was a barn burner, wasn't it?
It was. It was kind of a game of runs, and I was just really happy to be able to pull it out.
You had lost to them twice in the regular season, correct?
Correct. So. In both of those things, we could kind of pick through things that we felt like if we just adjusted and played to our potential could make tonight happen. And I think we always did a really good job of being coachable and learning from their mistakes and changing the way that tonight happened.
You get a 3-point lead going into the final minute, and Reed Sparrow buries a 3 from the corner to tie the game. Yeah. Are you just thinking he's going to make a shot somewhere along the way, and you just got to shake your head sometimes, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, they didn't shoot the ball all that well.
Yeah.
But, I told kids going into, our homecoming game that they are going to be hot. We just cannot hang our heads and think, whoa. And I think that was a big turning point. We learned from 2 weeks ago when we lost that, if he makes a shot or they make a shot, hey, let's go make our own shot. And so I was really happy with our resiliency.
I thought in the possession that followed that shot, so it's tied at 50 there with 50 seconds to go, is your guys didn't force it. You didn't panic. You didn't go, oh, we got to go get one. They didn't get scattered. And And what it led to was Blake Schwartz driving down the right side of the lane for the go-ahead bucket. But it was because they kept their composure, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was something that that we've talked about. We talked about it before the game, that we've, out of our 14 losses, 10 of those have been by 9 points or less. And so we've been through these battles, and what have we learned from those? And, being able to understand that we don't have to rush it. We have to force it. Just let the game naturally come to itself. And, you give somebody that is our all-time leading scorer in program to be able to get down the lane and go shoot a layup.
How fitting that the all-time leading scorer in program history gives you the bucket to win a regional opener against your rival.
Yeah. He said it earlier this week. His biggest thing is he wants to win.
Right.
I think if you look at the game as a whole and how many times that he deferred to Lane and others to make plays, his thing again is just to come top. And he did that the entire game, and then he was like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go make a layup real quick. So it was
the great atmosphere tonight in Liberty, packed gym. Yeah. It felt like a regional, didn't it?
Oh, for sure. And I'm glad that last year when we played at home and we lost, I was talking to Dan about this or before the game that playing, I don't know, at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday just doesn't give the, what this rivalry is.
Right.
Doesn't give that feel. And so being able to play on a Monday night when kids are in school, things are normal, and we're able to kind of keep that same mentality. You get butts and seats, and the kids are excited and they get to go perform.
Well, and they showed up all the way to the very end. I mean, that's the thing. This went right down to the very last seconds, and your kids showed up.
And I'll be honest. We talked about it as a coaching staff from our vantage when Reed shot that ball.
Mm-hmm.
We thought it had a really good chance of going in. Obviously, depth perception, it hit the top of the backboard, but it's online. To be able to give a kid that can shoot from anywhere,
right?
That kind of shot was kind of wrecking.
Well, the good news is you get to move on to Wednesday night and play in the regional semifinals.
Yes, yeah, looking forward to it.
And anything's possible from here on out, right?
I agree. As long as we continue to build on what we're doing, I feel like we can play with anybody in the state.
Well, hey, I appreciate you taking the time to jump on with us real quick. It wasn't planned, but I appreciate you taking the couple minutes to talk about your team and your win tonight.
No problem. I appreciate you guys, the coverage that you guys provide our boys and our community. I really do.
So thanks, Tyler. Good luck on Wednesday.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Have a good night.
You too. That was Payson Seymour coach Tyler Duchinski joining us on the Hess Auto Hotline. His team with a 52-50 victory over Liberty in tonight's Class 1A Griggsville Perry Regional quarterfinals. They will play Wednesday night against the number 1 seeded Jacksonville Route squad that has been state ranked all year. So they've got their hands full Wednesday night, but Blake Schwartz and Lane Barker and the crew, they can shoot it. So don't count them out. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Muddy River sports writer Shane Holsey is going to join us here in studio to chat about the postseason. So stick around. This is Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
Looking for a new hangout or a place to eat? Gabe welcomes you to the Silver Dollar. Delicious menu options, daily lunch and drink specials, and 6 gambling machines. Come hang out on the patio with friends at the Silver Dollar, 7403 Broadway. Gaming and grill up on the hill. Silver Dollar.
We believe that accessing care close to home is better for you and better for your family. For 120 years, Hannibal Regional has been committed to providing community-based, contemporary health care. From state-of-the-art surgical care to innovative cancer care, and now life-saving open-heart surgery. We are dedicated to expanding access to exceptional care in each of the communities we serve. Hannibal Regional, why go anywhere else?
When you're shopping at the grocery store, do you ever wonder where your beef comes from? Here at Jersey's, we do not. We know all of our beef comes directly from GJY Beef Company in Brown County. We know that these cattle are born and raised right here in our own backyard. So next time that you're looking for a juicy burger, ribeye sandwich, or mouth-watering steak, look no further than GJY Beef Company and Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Cam Point, Illinois.
At 3D Windows and Siding, we don't have the huge overhead of a showroom, and that means we pass the savings on to you. Instead, we bring the showroom to you, offering a personalized experience right at your doorstep. With high-quality products at affordable prices, you get the best value without compromising on quality or service. We take pride in using some of the best products on the market, all backed by lifetime warranties. Our communication from start to finish leaves you with a smooth and hassle-free experience. Call 3D Windows and Siding today for your free consultation.
Tri-City Sports Screen Printing has everything you need to show off your school spirit and rep your team, or rep your business. We work closely with every customer to ensure each design looks great and is ready on time. Whether it's on the field, court, or in the office, let Tri-City Sports outfit your team this season. Visit us online at tricitysports.com or stop by our location at 535 Main Street, Quincy.
If you've been in a motor vehicle accident, contact McCleary Law.
There was nowhere to go. We were on a bridge.
All of a sudden, a guy started going over in our lane and hit his head on.
I couldn't even breathe. It was just unbelievable that it even happened.
We needed to get a hold of an attorney, and our first thoughts was to get a hold of Dan McCleary. Everything's pretty easy when you deal with Dan.
He got us way more than we expected to get.
We don't charge anything until we win your case. Call McCleary Law.
Hi, I'm Rory O'Donnell with the O'Donnell Cookson Life Celebration Home. As a Quincy University alum, I understand the impact a local business has on area athletics. That is why the O'Donnell Cookson Life Celebration Home takes pride in supporting local athletic teams. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this season. The O'Donnell Cookson Life Celebration Home of Quincy, supporting local athletics for 5 generations.
Welcome back to Monday Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. We are talking postseason basketball as we run through scores and highlights from the first night of Illinois Regionals for boys. We've got district play going on the Missouri side. We've got we just talked to Tyler Dushinsky, the Payson Seymour boys basketball coach, on the Hess Auto Hotline. The Indians with a 52-50 victory over Liberty to kickstart in Class 1A. Griggsville Perry Regional quarterfinal play. Brown County also won in quarterfinal play tonight, 67-47 over Triopia. They will be taking on Griggsville Perry on Wednesday nights. I believe Griggsville Perry won tonight. I believe they beat Edinburgh. Or maybe that's the other way around. Maybe I'm looking at that wrong. I am looking at that wrong. So I don't think we have a score update yet on that one. Let me check here. Nope, we do have an update. Griggsville Perry did beat Edinburgh, and Jacksonville Route won as well. So we'll have 3 area teams there on Wednesday night at Griggsville Perry. And the guy joining me now, sitting on the couch over here to my right, will be in Griggsville on Wednesday night to check out those teams in regional play. Shane Holsey, how are you tonight?
Very well. That's what you call a segue right there.
There you go. So you and I are both going to be traveling all over the central part of the state here the next few days. Yep. You're headed tomorrow to Chatham-Glenwood for the Quincy Notre Dame girls. I'm going to head to Waverly for the Central Southeastern girls, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll just see
what happens.
See, all of our plans aren't set in stone. I know people think I do have a master plan and a lot of contingencies, but it all depends on who wins and loses on where we go. So tomorrow night we're going where the games are being played.
Yeah.
And you've seen Quincy Notre Dame in the regional, had a tough one against Springfield in the regional championship at the Jacksonville Bowl. What do you think going into Tuesday's game against Decatur MacArthur is going to set QND apart?
I feel like that last test against Springfield was good for them, kind of a wake-up call. It's like, hey, this isn't going to be easy. Great. It was just the second game of the postseason, and they were running away with that game. Springfield just scratched and clawed and made that thing interesting at the end. I think that's going to serve QND well, getting that test so early in the postseason, and Coach Eric Orn definitely thinks so and hopes so.
Yeah.
We'll see how they responded in these last few days of practice, and we'll find out what they put on the floor tomorrow.
Well, Central Southeastern got a challenge as well. And Friday night's Illini West Regional Championship survived it. Another grinder, as the girls have called these games. I think that's going to serve them well, going up against Staunton once again in the sectional semifinal.
Almost an identical score, too. 4-point margin, 1 point apart each way. And it took a big third quarter from Carly Peters. Man, she had at least the quarter of her life. Go-ahead three, buzzer-beating three. And then they just hung on and clung on to that lead in the fourth quarter. And championship teams win those kinds of games that are that close, and they're able to hold the lead and hold on there.
Not only do we have that going on, we've got Missouri districts kicked off tonight. We had the Class 3 district kickoff at Palmyra for the boys. Boys and girls are separate nights, separate locations this year, which I find interesting. Usually the districts are the same school for both boys and girls. But we saw Palmyra boys get a 71-14 victory over Mark Twain. We're headed for a Palmyra-Monroe City showdown once again, aren't we?
You would think so. Part 4.
Yeah.
Don't want to look too far ahead, but the way those teams are playing right now, they're the class of that district.
And then just up the road at Highland High School, you've got the girls district going on, and it's basically the best of the Clarence County Conference minus Centralia.
Yeah, and I think they're all thankful that they avoided Centralia in the district. You know how good they are.
Who's going to win that one?
That is such a wild card. Highland has been the most consistent, rock-solid team. I think the wild card's Palmyra. If Claire Williams and Sydney Compton go on a 2-3 game run, they could win that district.
Yep.
South
Shelby's got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And Monroe City plays great defense.
They do. So they can grind one out, and they can make it interesting if they can get through to face Highland in the semifinals. That district feels way up in the air. As that conference has been all year.
True. And then we swing back to the Illinois side. You got the boys regionals taking place. Tonight was quarterfinal matchups. Wednesday night we've got the semifinal matchups. You're going to head to Griggsville Perry. We've got some key matchups going on with area teams at both Pittsfield and Pleasant Plains, which is where Quincy Notre Dame and West Hancock will both be playing. And then Quincy High School takes on O'Fallon. I think the odds-on favorite everybody thinks is Quincy High will be the last team standing. Who do you think will be the last team standing?
That would be my guess. That would be my prediction. I think it's the safest prediction.
But if it's not Quincy High, who is it?
West Hancock has a bit of a tough draw, but they have the goods to make a deep run, I think.
See, I think that's the team I would be scared of right now. You have size, you have shooters, you have experience. I mean, they have all the pieces you need to win big games. And I think they've played a really high schedule, a really tough schedule. When you look at the fact they've taken on Williamsville and it was a tight game. They took on Peoria Emmanuel and hung with them. You go to Quincy Notre Dame and win, and you start piecing together what they've done, and it's like, just don't doubt them at all.
And some of that was without Gavin Grothaus too.
Right.
The Peoria Emmanuel game specifically, and they had a lead late in that game without him, and we've seen what they've done since he's come back. He's kind of the glue the straw that stirs the drink, if you will.
Yeah. Well, and we saw over the weekend where Jackson Clark, the Keokuk big man, was visiting Iowa and getting all kinds of love. Cooper Knowles, to me, has been as impressive, if not more impressive than anyone, specifically in the way he blocks shots for me.
You took the words out of my mouth. It's amazing how he blocks so many shots without ever getting in foul trouble.
Yeah.
I think I've probably covered a half dozen West Hancock games. I don't know if I've seen him have more than 2 fouls in a game.
Incredible body control, understands how to block with
both
either
hands.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's not always just swatting with one hand. I just think West Hancock, and having had the chance to chat with some of those guys throughout the year, whether it was chatting with Nolan Gooding during football and then some during basketball, but a Gavin Grothaus and a Lewis Siegfried, I just think their mindset is good. I think their mindset is set to make a run. And again, I would not be surprised if we're chasing them deep into the postseason.
Wouldn't shock me one bit as much as I've been thankful to see them a lot this year. They're one of the more fun teams to watch.
Should be a lot of fun. I know you've got some other work you've got to get to, so I appreciate you taking a couple minutes to join us tonight. And you can check out all of Shane's stuff at MuddyRiverSports.com. We will have complete coverage of every game we go to, photos, stories, the whole bit as the week goes on.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Starry Star of the Week. May have mentioned her already. You never know. Stick around. This is Monday Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply.
Why are you dressed like that?
It's Farm and Home Supply, right?
When we get in there, you're going to feel like an idiot.
See?
See?
They have everything.
No other place has it all. For farmers and everyone else too. Like Farm and Home Supply.
Grab me one too.
So what separates us most from all the other dealerships is the Toyota brand itself.
Once they buy a Toyota, they never buy anything else. #1 vehicle on the market, the best sedan on the market, some of the best reliable trucks on the market. And our main goal here is to try and get our customers the best payment possible.
We know the process and we pass that along to you.
We're simply looking to buy vehicles off the street.
And we want all makes and models of vehicles.
And you don't even have to buy anything in return. We'll just simply purchase it from you.
We can purchase a vehicle in 10 or 15 minutes or less.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
Hi, I'm Rory O'Donnell with the O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home. As a Quincy University alum, I understand the impact a local business has on area athletics. That is why the O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home takes pride in supporting local athletic teams. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this season. The O'Donnell Cooks and Life Celebration Home of Quincy, supporting local athletics for 5 generations.
Kitchen and Bath Gallery of Quincy. Trained craftsmen and expert contractors with friendly professional service. Our design team helps with every step of the process, guiding you from a vision to reality with uncompromised service. Trust your home to the local experts. Get a free quote today. From concept to creation, Kitchen and Bath create remarkable spaces and innovative builds. Kitchen and Bath Gallery, your home reimagined.
Welcome back to Monday Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Schuckman, coming to you from downtown Quincy, the Refreshment Services Pepsi studio. I want to thank all of our guests tonight for joining us on the Hess Auto Hotline. We had Quincy Notre Dame girls basketball coach Eric Orn, Central Southeastern coach Matt Long, Quincy High School boys coach Andy Douglas, and Payson Seymour coach Tyler Dushinsky, and then Shane Holsey, Muddy River Sports writer, stopped into the studio after he was out and about doing some news assignments tonight. So he does a little bit of everything around here, so we keep him busy, that's for sure. So he'll be out and about all week covering regional and sectional play. We got a lot going on. Started tonight with a regional quarterfinal action, and then tomorrow night we've got girls sectional semifinals. Wednesday night, boys basketball regional and Missouri district semifinals going on. Thursday we'll have sectional championships for the Illinois girls and Missouri girls district semifinals. Friday night, regional championships for the Illinois boys and the Missouri boys district title games. And then Saturday, Missouri district championships for the girls. So again, a lot going on this week. We'll We'll see some teams get eliminated. We'll see some teams advance. It's an emotional week. It's an inspiring week. And it's a fun week, but it's a busy week. So we appreciate you joining us for the ride tonight as we break down prep basketball, which brings us to our latest Starry Star of the Week. We've given out one of these each of the first 8 weeks we've been doing this show. We'll have one more next week. And this week we are going to a regional champion taking place last week on Friday night, Camp Point Central. The Central Southeastern girls beat Petersburg Porta 45-41 in the Class 2A Illini West Regional Championship. It was a game where Central Southeastern, which is the top-seeded team in its subsectional, was actually trailing at halftime. And Carly Peters came out, sparked the comeback. Hit a three-pointer to get it going, scored 10 points in the third quarter, hit a buzzer-beating three at the end of the quarter, and really kind of took charge of that game. Just basically told the Panthers, get on her back, follow her to victory. And she carried them and did a fantastic job of leading Central Southeastern to a regional title. And she's been really good all year. The fact of the matter is, Lauren Miller gets all the plaudits and everything very well deserved. Lauren Miller, the All-State forward, the leading scorer, headed to SIU Edwardsville to play college basketball. She has earned every accolade she's gotten. With that said, I think Carly Peters sometimes gets overlooked because she's kind of the heart and soul right along there with Lauren Miller. She's very much understands her role, understands what it takes, steps up when needed to, plays a good second fiddle, but can be the first fiddle in the orchestra at some points in time too. So again, Carly Peters, who is headed to John Wood Community College next year, really, really good player, and understand that she's going to be pretty special, I think, at John Wood, playing for another Central Southeastern product in Ali Schwagmeyer-Belger. But I think that's a really good get for John Wood Community College. And I think Carly Peters is going to have an impact on what happens this week over in Waverly. I think she's going to have a huge impact on what takes place with Central Southeastern taking on Staunton at 6 o'clock Tuesday night in the sectional semifinals. I'm headed that direction. Shane Holsey of our staff will be headed to Chatham-Glenwood for Quincy Notre Dame's Class 3A sectional semifinals. So we'll have blanket coverage of both of those coming up at MuddyRiverSports.com. But for now, Carly Peters is this week's Star of the Week, presented by Refreshment Services Pepsi. We've honored a player each week throughout the regular season and for all 9 weeks now that we've done this show. And big credit to Refreshment Services Pepsi for sponsoring it, for getting on board with that idea of highlighting some of the best players throughout our area week in and week out. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up tonight's show with a look ahead to what's going on this week, give you a reminder of everything we got coming up at MuddyRiverSports.com. So stick with us. This is Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm & Home.
Muddy Night Hoops is also brought to you by Town & Country Inn and Nationwide Transportation.
When you're shopping at the grocery store, do you ever wonder where your beef comes from? Here at Jersey's, we do not. We know all of our beef comes directly from GJY Beef Company in Brown County. We know that these cattle are born and raised right here in our own backyard. So next time that you're looking for a juicy burger, ribeye sandwich, or mouth-watering steak, look no further than GJY Beef Company and Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Tri-City Sports Screen Printing has everything you need to show off your school spirit and rep your team, or rep your business. We work closely with every customer to ensure each design looks great and is ready on time. Whether it's on the field, court, or in the office, let Tri-City Sports outfit your team this season. Visit us online at TriCitySports.com or stop by our location at 535 Main Street, Quincy.
Kitchen and Bath Gallery of Quincy. trained craftsmen, and expert contractors with friendly professional service. Our design team helps with every step of the process, guiding you from a vision to reality with uncompromised service. Trust your home to the local experts. Get a free quote today. From concept to creation, Kitchen and Bath create remarkable spaces and innovative builds. Kitchen and Bath Gallery, your home reimagined.
In the past, everyone came to you and you did business at your own kitchen table. This is Michael Libman, financial professional with the Prudential Insurance Company of America in Quincy. I still make house calls even with the internet and email. I feel it's important to really get to know you and your family's needs. Otherwise, how will I know what direction you need to take? Call me and I'll come sit with you at your kitchen table.
Michael Libman, financial professional. Call Michael today, 640-5446. He makes house calls.
We believe that accessing care close to home is better for you and better for your family. For 120 years, Hannibal Regional has been committed to providing community-based, contemporary health care. From state-of-the-art surgical care to innovative cancer care, and now life-saving open-heart surgery. We are dedicated to expanding access to exceptional care in each of the communities we serve. Hannibal Regional, why go anywhere else?
Looking for a new hangout or a place to eat? Gabe welcomes you to the Silver Dollar. Delicious menu options, daily lunch and drink specials, and 6 gambling machines. Come hang out on the patio with friends at the Silver Dollar, 7403 Broadway. Gaming and grill up on the hill. Silver Dollar.
Since 1985, Hess Auto Agency has been your trusted source for pre-owned vehicles in the tri-state area. Families have experienced the Hess difference for generations and know they'll get the best vehicle buying experience in our region. With an ever-changing inventory, you'll find the right car at the right price. So when you want the best, don't guess. Choose Hess. Hess Auto Agency, 1124 North 24th in Quincy.
Welcome back to Monday Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply. We are in the stretch drive as we get set to take off onto a week of madness. It's not quite March, but it is madness because we've got all kinds of games going on here in the postseason, and we're really looking forward to it. Make sure you check out MuddyRiverSports.com throughout the week for complete coverage of what is happening throughout our area. Tonight we had regional quarterfinal and district quarterfinal action for the Illinois and Missouri boys taking place. Tomorrow night we got sectional semifinals for the Quincy, Notre Dame, and Central Southeastern girls teams, as well as district quarterfinal action for Missouri girls. Wednesday night, we head back to the boys' hardwood for regional semifinals and district semifinals. And then Thursday, we'll have sectional championships and district semifinals for girls. Friday night, regional championship and district championships on the boys' side, and Saturday, district championships on the girls' side. Let alone we've got wrestling state championships taking place in Missouri starting Wednesday, where Palmyra will be in the Class 1 state tournament on Thursday, on Friday. Then Hannibal takes over in Class 3 wrestling championships. Austin Brown looking to repeat as a state champion. He is qualified as the district champion at 120 pounds. So we look forward to seeing what Austin Brown can do. We have multiple Palmyra wrestlers, we had 6 qualify. I believe 3 were in title matches. So look forward to seeing what they're capable of at the state tournament, including Braden Pillars, one of the seniors, kid who's been around a while, has done a great job for Palmyra. So a lot to look forward to there. Saturday, we've got the final home games of the regular season for the Quincy University men's and women's basketball teams. Those will be taking place at Pepsi Arena. We've got the home opener this week for Quincy University baseball. I'll have a story coming up on Brady Kindhart, the Quincy Notre Dame baseball product, who got his first collegiate start today, and in his first collegiate at bat, cracked a grand slam on his dad's birthday. Pretty good day for the Kindharts. So you can check that story out tomorrow at MuddyRiverSports.com. And again, a lot going on this week, so make sure you check us out. We'll have our postseason scoreboard updated. I was trying to update it a little bit while the show was going on. We'll have a complete update here a little later tonight, so we'll have that on our site continually as the week goes on. You can make sure to check that out. And again, a lot going on. I want to thank our guest again tonight, Quincy Notre Dame girls basketball coach Eric Orange, Central Southeastern girls basketball coach Matt Long, Quincy High School boys coach Andy Douglas, Payson Seymour coach Tyler Dushinsky, and Muddy River sports writer Shane Holsey. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this trip through the prep basketball scene here in West Central Illinois and Northeast Missouri. Again, we're going to dive into more district stuff as the week goes on. We will have reporters at the district semifinals at Palmyra and Highland, as well as the district championship games, and we'll get you updated on everything else going on. Thank you again for joining us on week 9 of Muddy Night Hoops. We'll see you back here next week for one more episode. This has been Muddy Night Hoops, powered by Farm and Home Supply.